Peace, peace, peace. What's happening? How we doing out there in Facebook land? Let's see who's out there. Steve Anglin. What's good, my brother? Peace to you. Happy New Year and all that. We need to rap, bro. Ideas and business. Peace. What's that say? Lynette, I can't even see. Oh, Lenine. All right, Derek. Jorge. Chip. Peace. All right. Ross, brethren, peace. Down in the A. All right, Patrick G. Ball. Happy born day, my dude. Get with me. Let's catch up. Jason, peace. What's good with you? Rashid, peace. Sister Pam, peace. How you doing? All right. So, this one, on a couple of things. I'm going to do the easier ones quick. And then, perhaps even get into that, into examples. Robin, Jaquetta, peace and congratulations. One thing I have for you for the mayor of Framingham is, on the black tip, can we get the ham out the name? Framing turkey, maybe? Talk to me. Is that possible? Peace. All right. Femi, Sister Femi, peace. All right. So, one, let's start with this. And I'm going to be, re-going in on it again. Tomorrow is the red, black, and green flag raising. 12 noon sharp, Boston City Hall Plaza. Raising the red, black, and green, also known as the RBG flag. And we're doing so this time, I like to say not for Black History Month, but for Black History, the larger thing. We're not just doing it in honor of the month, but doing it in honor of the larger thing, Black history itself. So to that end, tomorrow, 12 noon, February 1st, we are raising the red, black, and green flag on Boston City Hall Plaza. Now, while the city, allows this to go down and whatnot, it's a thing, part of me, that any citizen can do, and part of me, they do it for a bunch of nationalities and whatnot. In fact, I think the red, black, and green flag, I was trying to get it for the whole month of February, but other people got it booked up too. I think it's like Armenian, like another Armenian or something, another nationality, Ukrainian something, and they got something going on as well. So I believe that the red, black, and green flag will stay up for 2 weeks. I'll get the specifics tomorrow and report back. Peace, brother Rockland. So Yolanda, peace. So in doing this and raising the red, black, and green flag, while the city lets it happen via the fact that they allow it to happen for every citizen, it's not as clear cut as, let's say, they raise the Italian flag or the Irish flag or even, African countries, the Ethiopian flag or whatnot. It is clearly attached to something, a nationality. I don't get the sense that a lot of people still even understand what the red, black, and green flag is, what it's about, what it stands for. Despite my best efforts, despite the interwebs and Google and Wikipedia that all explain it, I don't think that people really get a grasp. So, one more again. Marcus Garvey created this flag basically saying that a people without a flag, people without a nation, nothing to rally under, can't really have a true sense of pride, right? So that he created a flag for those of us throughout the diaspora, okay? So a black man who is in London, what you think, he's English? A black man who is in Boston, Compton, Detroit, Chicago, what you think? You American? We are Africans who have been sprinkled and, you know, salted and peppered around the globe due to that thing that we know to be the transatlantic slave trade. And so whether you're talking about your relatives is on some black, you know, Alabama slammer, Mississippi, you know, whatever, whether your folks you think is from up north and you from Detroit, Chicago, Boston, Philly, New York, whether your people is from Jamaica, Trinidad, you know, Haiti, you name it. Although some don't claim it, we Africans. And this red, black, and green flag speaks for those who are not on their original land and who are. This is a flag that represents Pan-Africanism, later on black nationalism. This flag was adopted by, you know, those who had Afrocentric views when the term Afrocentricity was coined, from all of the various folks of the Black Power movement. This has taken on a multitude of meanings for a multitude of different people. And on the Pan-African tip, you know, yes, Universal Negro Improvement Association, the UNIA, Marcus Garvey's organization, which to this day is the largest black organization ever, with over 1 million members, you know, all over the globe, chapters galore, and also too, you know, that you bought into it. It was a stock thing and this and that. So it was a real, it's a model that folks should study. And unfortunately though too, a lot of time we get the Hallmark card, the BET Black History, you know, little minute commercial, the McDonald's version of it, right? The Garveyites was the followers, of which, you know, Malcolm X's father was a Garveyite. So many folks who later on, you know, went on to do great things. Either they themselves were Garveyites or they came from a Garveyite family, so on and so forth. But saying that to say that, you know, this red, black, and green flag thing, I don't know that people really grasp, you know, what it means. And being the Pan-African thing, standing for African unity throughout the diaspora. You know, people have called it the Afro-American flag, the African-American flag, the African-American unity flag, the Black unity flag, the Black power flag. It's gone under many names, and like I say, it holds various different significances for most people. The only ones that I actually have a problem using it are those that do not know really what it stands for and from whence it came, and they use it because, like, they know it's black, but they waving it, but their black, their brand of black is not, it ain't standing for that. So for instance, with the Black Lives Matter movement, a lot of them have been waving that flag, but then they speak very badly of black nationalism, so on and so forth. So that doesn't really, you know, gel with me. But in any event, we're raising the red, black, and green flag tomorrow. And this is going to get on into how being right is just very difficult. You know, if I said now that marijuana is legalized, if I said everybody meet me on Boston City Hall Plaza for 2018 Bluntapalooza, I'm pretty sure I can get over 100 cats out there just to smoke blunts on City Hall Plaza, have a blunt rolling contest, roll the biggest blunt, you know what I mean, whatever. But when it's something that really has cultural significance, it's very difficult to get people there. If it was a PlayStation 4, you know, Madden tournament, or NBA Live, or whatever, NBA 2K, whatever cats be playing, I'm pretty sure that we could get a lot of cats out there. Certainly, if it was Shake Your Booty Thursdays, we could certainly get a lot of people out there. Peace. Roosevelt, man, what's good with you, brother? Give my love to the fam and everything, man. Get with me when you can, man. Tell somebody give me a ring, man. All right, I need to shoot through. All right. But, you know, we can gather for a lot of frivolous reasons, you know, and even something as simple as, you know, the nightclub or the next shindig, you know, this Thursday, this Friday, this Saturday, there's going to be a crowd of folks somewhere doing something. Oh, certainly Sunday. I don't even be thinking about it. But the Super Bowl's coming up. So certainly you can get cats together to watch some millionaires who don't give a dog on rat's booty about you and your life or your community for that matter. You know, throwing a pig skin around, right? No pork, y'all. Throwing a pig skin around, and cats can get together for that, spend their own bread, you know, to have little parties, get you some chicken wings and some pickled pig's feet and, you know, whatever else, you know, turns cats on. And I'm not besmirching it, you know, because you do whatever you want to do that gives you pleasure and for your leisure. What I'm saying, though, however, is that it always puzzles me how we can gather in large numbers and spend guap to do things that are, you know, in my words, frivolous, or things that are just for entertainment purposes or what have you. But when it's something serious, it's very difficult to come together. And so that makes, look, let's say you're a nightclub promoter. It's difficult sometimes for you to get people to your event. Let's say you're an activist, right? So there's two levels of difficulty and whatnot. And I really wish that that the two would work more together. And I wish that the crowd would really be more receptive to the same crowd that, you know, shakes your booty or Shake Your Booty Thursdays is all the same people that's affected by what the activists is doing. So I wish they would also come to the various community meetings or whatever, you know, whatever the thing is. Okay. So once again, red, black, and green flag raising tomorrow, 12 noon. City Hall Plaza. First time ever it's done in February for Black History Month. We used to do it just in August for Black August and for in honor of the creator Marcus Garvey's birthday, which is August 17th. But this past year, we decided to do it more. So this past year, we did it for May 19th for Malcolm X's born day. We raised, and also too got Malcolm X recognized as an official day within the city of Boston. Y'all don't get the day off or nothing, but now the city of Boston recognizes officially Malcolm X Day on May 19th, his birthday, from now until Kingdom Come, forever, perpetuity. All right. So there's that. That's Malcolm X Day, May 19th. Then we also raised it June last year. I don't remember what it is. Somebody will have to refresh me. But for Juneteenth, which, you know, can fall on a number of days depending on what it is. But Juneteenth, we also did it for Juneteenth. So that's May, June. Then again, we did it in August. All right. So we did it in August again for Marcus Garvey birthday and for Black August. For those of you who don't know what Black August it's the month of August in recognition and honor and celebration of all the freedom fighters and political prisoners, those who've passed on, those who are still locked up behind bars, thankfully those who have gained their freedom, and also to the various rebellions and revolutions and movements that took place in August. So we did it in Black August as well. Boom. And now culminating in February. You know what? Next year we should do it for Kwanzaa too. That's a good point. Maybe I'll do something around Christmas or something for Kwanzaa too, actually, factually. Ooh, we might have to add Martin Luther King Day too. See, this is getting too much. Every time I start thinking, I just give myself more. So, all right, so there's that. So February 1st is the first time we're doing it for Black History Month. And all those other dates that I gave you outside of August are all firsts. And when we did it back in, I keep saying 2002, it might have been 2004. When we did it back then, that was the first event. So we did the first ever, now we've expanded it, and for each of those different things, it's the first. Okay. Will there be a guest speaker? No, not generally. I mean, not for nothing. Nobody's beating a path to my door to be like, yo, you know. So generally, should add Geronimo, Chi, and all the great Aboriginal brother and sister too. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were talking about Geronimo Pratt, Geronimo G. Jogger. Yo, no doubt. And we should link up with the natives up here, my man Waleem and whatnot, with the Wampanoag, and we could do it for all the original indigenous folks as well. I mean, no doubt. Let's make it pop. Will there be a guest speaker? Generally, no. If anybody comes who, you know, is bona fide and got something to add on, I have no problem with that. And generally, you know, I say a few words and keep it moving. I know this year, what I plan on speaking on is, you know, the whole situation about race in Boston. So there's that. All right, so red, black, and green flag tomorrow, February 1st, 12 noon. It's on Facebook. There's a Facebook event. Please spread the word on that. We need as much love and support as we can get for that. If anybody out there wants to buy a red, black, and green flag or a red, black, and green lapel pin, if you're in the area, you can come on down and get you one on site. If not, hit me up on Facebook and all that. Yeah, tell Khalif I said peace. What's happening? All right. Okay, so now, next subject. Sister Ayanna Presley, running for United States Congress for United States Representative under how much? The flags are like $5, the lapel pins are like $3. Yeah, you know. And if not, if you come and you don't got it, whatever, you could owe me. It ain't no big deal. Okay, so Ayanna Presley running for United States Congress as a United States Representative, running for the seat of Michael Capuano. Okay. Big move. Big news. That is the grind. So, for instance, a lot of people hate on Ayanna, and I don't rightfully know why. And as a logical person, I'm so down the middle with it. You can be my friend and I can like you and still logically try to understand what the hate is, because sometimes I can like you and you still doing some wrong or some whack stuff. And, you know, all of us are not perfect. So I really looked at a lot of the critique of what people got to say about Ayanna. Some people say that she is fake and phony. I don't know. I don't know what people like. I don't know what they mean by that, because they haven't really been able to explain it to me on a, you know, to a satisfactory level. I don't know her to be fake and phony. I know and I've seen and I've heard of her reaching out to people in their various times of need and behind the scenes helping them. Not writing no press release, not being like, oh, I know you just lost your son, but selfie. None of that. Not getting these people to then give testimonials on YouTube and so on and so forth. So I know that for a fact, that sister has done some things that she did not have to do. She didn't have to reach out, but she did it on a human level for not one, not two, not me. You know, she did it for me too, but not just one, not two, not three, not just me, but for numerous people in the community that I heard about, that she didn't point. She didn't say, yo, Jamal, you want to check my record? Go talk to Susie Smith. Nope, that ain't how it happened. In fact, she's never done that. So, you know, since she come in from out of town, you know, and you know how Boston is, we so tribal and insular. Not like we support our own, we just don't like nobody else too. Because there's a difference, you know. It ain't like, oh, we just hate on all outsiders because Boston just be standing up for Boston, because you know that ain't true. No, we just hate everybody, and we hate people from elsewhere more. right? So since she came in here from Chicago, I've been checking her trajectory, you know, since she worked with John Kerry and all that. And I can't see nothing that the sister has done that has raised any red flags to me. And you know, I'm a pretty harsh critic. That has raised any red flags for me that would call into question her credibility or sincerity, or like if she's a, you know, Auntie Thomasina or something like that. You know, Aunt Jemima type. I don't get that. And when people be like, she ain't real, she fake or whatever. Like, what y'all want her to come to city council with like cornrows in her hair? You know, when there's a problem on city council, you want to like take it out and crisp her face. I mean, I don't know what it is. How a professional black woman is supposed to keep it real. Should she cuss somebody out? Should she slap somebody? Like, I don't know. I'm confused. So there's that. The fake phone. Then the other thing is, well, she don't really do nothing. Again, we've had a whole bunch of do-nothing people in the council, at the state level, the community level, and it always strikes me, and maybe this is just some woman stuff, because, for instance, some of the dudes that I went after who were do-nothing dudes, like do nothing, done nothing, like question number one, what have you done? Stump. It still ain't been answered. Okay? To a satisfactory level. Ayana, when she came in, and see, then people be like, oh, well, she just messed with women and girls. Okay. Because, of course, screw women and girls. Like she came up with a, like she came up with a committee dealing with unicorns and Sasquatches. I mean, is women and girls not relevant? Is that not an issue? People kill me, man. So in any event, the sister came on to city council. She started off her own committee and chaired it. Okay? So just that alone, that's something. That's something. All right? Since then, you can see that the sister is also doing a grind. Like, when you get the most votes on the city council and you're not a white boy whose last name is Sullivan or McGillicuddy, that's something, right? That's something. Something, right? When you're a black woman that does this, that's something, right? That's something. That's something. Top the ticket. All right? So, top the ticket, and you getting them votes. Like, what, you get them votes just because you cute? You get them votes because you got a nice smile? There were tens of thousands of people, over 100,000 people, who agreed with this lady's platform and resonated with her platform. And once again, let's go to the fact that she's a black lady. Let's also go to the fact that she's not a light-skinned black lady. She's not mixed. She's not a lesbian. She when it was time to choose her mate, she chose a definitively black man. When I say definitively black, meaning he's not ambiguously black. You look at him, he black, right? And not only is he black, but he's also, to a certain degree, probably like the epitome of the white man's fears. Like a strong-looking black man. Not a black man that talks like this, you know. And so there's a difference there. And I think it speaks to character. All right? So now, aside from that, I know the things that I've done personally as an activist, where there were people who wasn't rocking. And to my knowledge, if my memory is correct, and it is, she's always been supportive. And in certain things that, let's say, might not have been doable in the time frame that I was, hoping for, like calling on a Monday and be like, can we get this done by Wednesday? You know, always being honest with expectations of, you know, the time frame and how things work and da-da-da-da. But I never felt as though that me, myself, has, you know, been left in the lurch as I have by so many others. And while she's my at-large counselor, so therefore I am in her district, because her district is the whole city, you know, I haven't even felt the same level of openness and accessibility as I have, you know, with her, as I have even with my own district counselors. And y'all could be like, oh, there you go, busting a shot at Tito again. No, not just Tito, Chuck too. Okay? So I'm just talking about that. And on some black man tip, black men haven't always been helpful. Okay, good, I'm sorry. I hope this thought don't get janky. I'm on the highway. But black men haven't always been helpful. Like we in some secret fraternity and just, you know, like when black men are empowered, you know, black men get things done. That hasn't really been my experience. In fact, to be quite honest, what I have dealt with is every time that I've been blocked, like literally blocked or attempted to be sabotaged, people behind the scenes like, yo, don't rock with him, I don't know. It's always been black men. Okay? So, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on there. So now let's get to the good stuff. The good stuff is, here we got a black woman, bona fide. As I said, her first job was with John Kerry. That's a pretty big job, okay? She didn't start out working at Applebee's or something, right? Her first job, how we came to know her in politics, was with John Kerry. You know, John Kerry, gazillionaire, Heinz, Fortune, U.S. Senator, Ambassador, Secretary of State, that dude. Right? That's something, right? So sometimes, like, when people be like, yo, it's so hard for the black woman, I gotta be like, yeah, because it's like, damn. If she was the CEO of Staples, cats would try to have it like she was in the copy center. The sister done did some things. So I can't get with the notion that, oh, she ain't never done nothing. That's not true. Her resume and her LinkedIn page, defies that. So, one, I think we gotta give each other a better break. And it's particularly difficult when I see other people not bona fide, other people who are suckers. When I say sucker, I'm not talking about no street stuff. I'm talking about, like, these people ain't doing nothing. Their resume is not ill. They ain't got no wins under their, feathers in their cap, wins under their belt. And so when these people are lifted up and lauded and praised in the community, and then a sister like Ayana, she ain't, I don't know about her, she ain't nothing. I'm like, damn, what's the criteria? She lift 100 pounds and people be like, that's nothing, she's weak. This dude lift 10 pounds and you're like, Hercules. I don't get it. It's not an even, it's just not even. And whether it's the black thing, whether it's the woman thing, whether it's a combination of both, it's foul and it's just not logically accurate, which is what really, because I don't care what people say about people. If somebody was like, I can't stand Ayana, I don't like that light-skinned short chick, I would be like, oh, okay, maybe you got the different Ayana, because she's not light-skinned and short, right? Brown-skinned and tall, right? You know that, right? So things like that, it irks me. So I don't really care if there's a critique. Just, what's the old Shinehead and before that reggae classic? Who the cap fit? Let them wear it. So just if you have a critique, that's okay. Keep it classy now too. Because, some people have said some other things, and once again, we're so harsh on ourselves. People have referred to it like as the B word. I'm not with that. That's just on some black woman stuff. you know, let's take like a Maxine Waters, a Cynthia McKinney, before that Diane Wilkerson, Sonia Sanchez, Marie St. Fleur, Linda Dorsina Fori. Let's leave that bitch shit out of the conversation, you know, or talking to them in some kind of way like, or about them like we in the Dublin house or Packies or something. Oh man, fuck that broad. Not with it. And I'm saying that because these are the types of things I've heard. Not with it. Disrespectful. And if you're a dude saying that, I just want you to think for a minute. Think about your mama, your grandmama, your wife, your boo, your side piece, your daughter, your aunt, your cousin. You know, it's just not cool. I don't want any woman referred to like that. And once again, you don't like her, stick to that. I don't like her, don't agree with her, whatever. Oh, no. Yo, Jojo, you know I would say your name. No, I would say your name. And yes, you are one of the people, but one of. I've heard this conversation before. You know what I mean? And I'm not calling you out. I'm correcting what I believe is a dangerous mindset. I'll give you another one. Just like when I was coming at Tito or Michael Curry, you know, people would be like, oh man, I can't stand that turkey giving out nigga. Oh, no. I don't do that language. I'm never going to refer to as a black man in a leadership position in public eye as a nigga. Not going to do it. Likely not going to refer to the females as bitches. To me, that's like I say, that's Packy's conversation. That's Dublin House conversation. That's not giving political commentary, and it's just, to me, there's no place for it. That's ultimate disrespect. Once again, I can disagree with the Titos, the Michael Currys, the Darnell Williams of the world, till the cows come home. And out of those three, Darnell I disliked the most and got the most reason for that dislike and mistrust and his fraudulence on the black community. But even him, I don't refer to him in those type of terms. I stick to the script and say stuff like that. Fraudulent, you know what I mean? Calling the question the leadership without calling them ratchet names, okay? So in any event, that's that. So now Ayanna for Congress. The comparisons are already in, and everybody's like, yo, well, Mike Capuano is a progressive leader, and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, no doubt. Progressive leader. Progressive on what, though? Because while he's progressive, you know, rah-rah, da-da-da, it's not like, let's not get it twisted. He's not the person that's going to rock with the Black Lives Matter. He's not the person who's going to really go gung-ho on the criminal justice in the same manner that we are. He's not going to go gung-ho on the real issues of people that face people of color like we would, like she would, right? She is more in tune to our issues. I don't even think that that's up for debate. She's a product of this. So I think she has a deeper level of understanding of what we're going through. I think that's just easy to see and fair to say, right? To my knowledge, I don't think Michael Capuano, in all his experience, and I know him, and he's a decent guy, and he's been a decent congressman, but in all his experience, I'm pretty sure he's never been a black woman. Right? Right. So, I think that it's safe to say that on that alone, Ayanna is more in tune with the experiences that we face. And when you look at the growing populations in that congressional district, when you look at Somerville and Chelsea and, you know, Cambridge and, you know, Boston and all these little pockets that make up, she's not going to either, she's a go along to get along time. Okay, once again, I don't see that. And even if you say she wouldn't go gung-ho for us, you're going to have to show me some instances where Michael Capuano has spoken specifically to some people of color stuff and he was going gung-ho. All right? So, I mean, I feel you. Once again, we got it. You're with Mike. You're not Team Ayanna. I get it, but I think that your assessment and your logic is faulty. And dare I say, if you'd like to, because we both go live and stuff, if you want to do it one time, I think it'd be great for the people. We can go back. You can go Team Mike, I can go Team Ayana, and we could point some stuff out and like literally come with notes and all that. I'm with that. Hopefully you with that. Let's do it. Let's make that happen. I think that would be great. And not on no diss stuff and anything. I just mean like real grown-up political conversation. You know, as long as you promise not to call Ayana a bitch, right? Okay. All right, so in any event, pardon me, I think yes I did, took a wrong turn. Rasta got bone shot. Oh no, that's actually good. Okay, so with that, what I'm gonna say is that Ayana, I believe, is more in tune, clearly, with the issues of black and brown communities. Certainly, women and families and girls and children. And also, too, not for nothing, you know, kind of like the conversation that's happening in Boston City Council now. Like, all the black men are off of the city council, you know, and there's no black male voice on city council. But, you know, cats have had a voice, like, for a long time. So, now that it's quote-unquote gone, I mean, like, were sisters ready to, you know, have placards out like the black man is not hearing the black woman's needs? Black women, I think, were represented all the time when it was black men on the city council alone. And once again, they might not have felt like all of their issues was addressed, but I don't think that they felt, at least I didn't hear any critiques, that they felt like they was just told, like, no women need come here with their issues. We ain't dealing with y'all women, chicks, broads issues. I don't know that it was that type of vibe. But certainly with Ayana in there, I don't feel as though that she has, you know, not dealt with the black man issues. And if we look on city council, once again, with the departure of all black men, we have to say, well, you had your moment in the sun, a long moment in the sun, decades in the sun, and now can the sisters get some? And I don't think the brother, as I'm a black man, and I'm a first black man, one of the first who noticed that, like, yo, there's about to be no black men on the city council. So I noticed it because it is a thing. Like, I'm the record keeper. It is a thing. It's a check on the historical record. This is the first time in history more women of color than ever and no black men on the city council. That's a thing. But I'm not threatened by that. I'm not scared by that. I'm not ready to move to Cambridge or Quincy. I mean, where there's certainly no men of color, I'm sure. What have you. I don't see it as a threat. Okay, so that's good. I'm glad the sisters is on it. And now to flip that analogy to the Congress, yo, it's been an all white boy show. All white men. Can a sister get some love? You know, Capuano been there for a long time, and not for nothing, you know, he gonna be all right. He gonna be all right. He gonna have a great job. You know, he gonna write a book. He gonna do some consulting. You know, he might come back and run for governor or what, you know, whatever. But let's not look at it as, you know, some sort of thing. I'm just saying the sister deserves a shot. She has my support unequivocally. And that's not a besmirchment on Capuano. Like I said, dealt with Capuano before. We've been on TV shows together. Nice guy, professional guy, knowledgeable guy, time's up guy. Right? You had your moment in the sun, and in all these years, although I've seen some stuff, I cannot say that Mike Capuano has broken his back, bending over backwards to meet the needs of communities of color, to meet the needs of black men, or to meet the needs of black women and girls or other people of color. I just cannot say that. And if you have evidence to the contrary, not just JoJo, but anybody, I am Obama ears. You know what I mean? I want to hear it all. All right? But I don't think that you'll be able to produce that because I'm a pretty astute guy. And I just haven't seen Capuano, you know, exert himself to the degree where I would really consider him, you know, a champion for our people. And not for nothing, that goes for all of the white men and white people, Liz Warren too, who are in Congress, senators and representatives. They come through, they shoot the Willy Bobo, they tell you all that good stuff, they hire a couple of cats to pass out bumper stickers and flyers and all this stuff for low wages, and then they be gone and you don't hear from them again. They may keep some basic associations with the hierarchy, the who's who of quote unquote black leadership, the ones that the Herald and all this type of stuff continuously tell us are our leaders who we don't never see or engage with and can't hold accountable, the clergy and, you know, the Darnell Williams and so on and so forth of the world. But that's not trickling down for the masses and for the grassroots community. Okay? So, oh, gee whiz. Robin, peace. You are in the Ukraine right now? Lee, yeesh. Wow. All right. Well, good night in the Ukraine. All right. Find out what castle Frankenstein Melania Trump came from. Please. All right. In any event, all right, so that's Ayanna. So I'm all for Ayanna's move for Congress. I support that. Black woman, black family, long political track record, you know, not a newbie, not someone whose resume, you know, just said that they, you know, worked at Target. It's a big deal. So I'm all for it. All right. And expect to see more of it. Perhaps even get the opportunity to interview her and dig a little bit deeper on some of her thoughts around the district, the congressional district, not to be confused, as well as what that translates for people of color, for immigrants, for those of Muslim persuasion, if you will. You know, what it means, you know, for criminal justice, right? All these types of things and how it relates. So let's see. But I think she deserves a shot. And as we try to blacken up these historically white spots, you know, in an all male, all white type of thing, I don't see why we would not give our sister our support. You know, so there's that. There's nothing, I believe, that's on her record that would like disqualify her from our support or make me cautious about supporting her. Once again, like she's a sellout or something like that. I don't know that about her. I gotta rock with her. Boom. All right, so that's the Ayanna. So now, and y'all getting me good because I'm stuck in traffic. It's hard to be righteous. One of the most difficult things I've done as of late, and this all started when I ran for office in 2013. I really don't like to look at myself. All right? Meaning the things I do or have done, I get uncomfortable talking about it. I get uncomfortable listing it. I get uncomfortable, you know, discussing it, except with people who's like really on the home team. You know, I really don't like to brag, you know, and for the critiques that I get where a lot of people think I'm arrogant or, you know, conceited or what have you, egotistical, all these types of things. And I've really tried to deal with myself on that. I don't get that about myself because I'm too, in my opinion, introspective and too kind of down. I don't want to say down on myself, but I'm like, okay, we did something. Yeah, that's dope. Keep it moving. Let's do something else. What's the next dope thing? What's the next thing we can do? And then oftentimes, I swear to God, I don't even be remembering. So when I ran for office, that's what was deep to me, because I then had to, peace, Hiawatha Bray. Can we connect at some point? I would love to connect with you, brother. All right. But so at some point, like, I was forced to like look at myself with the campaign and forced to write down things that we had done and da-da-da-da. And it became kind of overwhelming, so much so that I couldn't even include it all because it was too much. And then in various arenas. And so when I say like it's hard to be righteous, like there's a lot of pressure on striving to be a good black man in this city, because it's really many times a thankless task, no reward, no pay. Like it's very difficult to have a conscious, you know, like livelihood. You know what I mean? To be able to live being like a conscious activist, unless of course you go to the nonprofit world and all that, blah blah blah. But generally, those things are, you know, they're far and few between. And also, too, oftentimes they compromise the position, you know, whatever your issue is that you was really dealing with. Let's say your issue was violence. So then you go into a nonprofit organization, but they don't really let you rock how you normally rock to address that issue. So it ends up putting handcuffs on you and restrictions on you, as opposed to enhancing what you already doing, checking your skills out and whatnot. So Thaddeus is on here, cool. Like a lot of people are on here, so that's good that we have this build. So for me now, as a grown black man in this city with over 30 years of tangible work that can be quantified, you know, in the newspaper, in the you know, with video, you know, these things really happened, you know, documented. And with all that, you know, like, where's my place? Where's my place? So I'm the smartest unemployedness dude in the city. A dude who everybody calls for advice with no job. I say no job, you know, I got my own businesses and I do my own thing. But I'm talking about nobody, like I'm like Colin Kaepernick or whatever his name is. You know, super talented, everybody talking about you, but no team will sign you. Why? Because I won't bow to the flag or whatever. You know, I don't get it. I thought that in America it was all about, you know, talent and skills and all that, but it's really not. You know what I mean? You can be the illest boxer and they won't let you into the boxing league, right? You could be the illest boxer, get into the boxing league, and they never set you up with a championship fight and keep that away from you on purpose because they don't want to see you win. Because your success would become a detriment or a threat to the way that things work anyway. So it gets very deep. And when I say it's hard being righteous, because in a city like Boston, you know how easy it is to be greasy? It's easy being greasy. So if I took all of my talents and skills and put it towards the negative things in life, sad to say, I'd be a lot further along. Now, if my soul could, you know, stand the unrighteousness of it all, you know, and I could get sleep at night. Yeah, that's not the po-po pulling me over, y'all. That's an ambulance. But yeah, if I took all my energy and focus and talents and skills and gift of gab and all this and put it into negative things, I'd be very successful. More successful than I am as a quote-unquote activist. And even if it wasn't negative in terms of like illegal activity and stuff like that, let's just say it was frivolous. Let's just say I wanted to go be a nightclub promoter. So it's frustrating that when you're striving to do the right thing in a city like Boston, it needs it so bad, needs a dose of culture, needs a dose of blackness, needs a dose of consciousness, that it's really made difficult by the system that already exists, which we know about. We can navigate through that. But the real difficulty, for me at least, comes into play when it's like not, I don't think, appreciated, received by the intended audience in the manner that it should be. So whether or not, if cats is at, City Hall or the State House trying to put together a policy or a proposal or legislation or something, people ain't necessarily doing that for themselves. They're doing it for the community at large and for the benefit of our people at large. And when folks don't, I don't know if they don't get it, they don't acknowledge it, they don't, whatever, it hurts. I made a post the other day that said, when the person that you love the most and would do anything for doesn't acknowledge you, it hurts like a squirt of bleach in the eye. People thought I'm over here lovesick, talking about a woman and stuff. It's a tad bit deeper than that, folks. All right? So what I'm really dealing with is those people that you would really lay your life on the line for, that you would really do the ultimate sacrifice for. The people who could have, you got one sandwich left, they could have your last sandwich. It's those people. And oftentimes, those people is our people. And I give you this, and then I'm gonna leave it alone. But like, I remember when we were doing the food thing and feeding people in various levels of need. Some of these people were homeless on the actual street. Some of these people were in shelters. Some of these people were, in their own home on hard times. And I'm talking about ain't got a lick of food in the cupboard, ain't got a lick of food in the fridge. Now, some of these people were super grateful and, were like, yo, good look, and really receive it the way that it's supposed to go down. Some of these people are not so. And some of the worst treatment that I've gotten from our people has been in the process of helping them or serving them. Got cussed out, treated like dirt, looked at crazy, all sorts of things. And it's not a good feeling. And as an activist and a community organizer and as an advocate, I can tell you straight up, it's not a good feeling when you busting your butt to do things in Boston and it either goes unrecognized, or worse yet, folks do recognize it and they notice it and then they hate on it. It's like they hear a blip on the radar, like, blip, oh, that's something over there. Focus the hater guns. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. So sometimes you damn near wish they didn't notice it, right? Just be left alone. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. And I'm about to wrap it up. But at the end of the day, I really want folks to think about all the stuff that we know. That Boston's whack. It's hard out here and all that. And then think about what we can do to change that. So that if you see somebody doing the right thing, try to support it. And I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about in general. I don't want to make this a boo-hoo, woe is me. I really need y'all support. I don't want to turn it into a Dr. Umar and tell you how you trifling and you ain't crap because you ain't supporting me and nothing like that. I strive to not do that. I'm really looking for like minds to recognize that something is worth something. And then really, put some elbow grease behind it and support it. If you think it's worthwhile. If you think it's whack, don't rock with it. I'm not asking you to rock with something whack just because, you know, rock with it, it's whack just because it's black. Nah, I don't do that. We support and we believe in black excellence. So, you know, the plan is that we put forth a platform that is, you know, dope. We put our best foot forward and we want people to support it. And by that same token, I don't want you to support something that's whack just because it's black. And we putting forth black excellence. One of the things that's frustrating is when the whack stuff gets more support than the excellent stuff. So I say all that to say that, come on, y'all. Sometimes your boy gets a little discouraged and thinks about the old life and all that, and thinks about how easy it is to be greasy. And the righteous path, we know it's hard work. We know it's not going to be easy. We know that the world is against us once we set on that path and all that too. But the world's supposed to be against us. We not supposed to be against us. Not the people we're striving to help, not the community and not that. So we got to do a better job of supporting each other, those things that are worthy of your support. And to that end, anything that I do, I open up for full critique. Go look at what I've done. Study it. For the past